I gave my puppy away, and then I regretted it instantly. But not for the reason you think. This isn't a sad story. Well, it starts that way, but it becomes something else, something that changed how I see everything about dogs. My name is Mike, and this is the story of Max, a golden retriever puppy with paws too big for his body and ears that flopped over his eyes. I brought him home when he was just 8 weeks old, a little ball of fur that fit in my jacket pocket. I thought I was ready. I had the bed, the toys, the expensive food. But I didn't have the time. My job was eating me alive. 60, sometimes 70 hours a week. I would leave at 6 in the morning and return at 9 at night. Max would be waiting by the door. His tail would wag so hard his whole body shook. And I would be too tired to play, too tired to walk him, too tired to be a good owner. The guilt was crushing. I would sit on the floor and just watch him sleep. He looked so peaceful, so innocent, and I felt like a failure who couldn't even take care of a puppy. The apartment started to smell. The neighbors complained about the barking. My landlord sent me a warning letter. I was losing control. Then one night, I made a decision. A stupid, impulsive decision. I called my friend Sarah. She lived on a farm outside the city. She had space. She had time. She had other dogs for Max to play with. It made perfect sense on paper. Perfect sense for Max. He deserved better than a lonely apartment and a tired owner. So I packed his things, his blanket, his chew toy, his bowl. I drove him to the farm the next Sunday. He stuck his head out the window the whole ride, his tongue flapping in the wind. He was so happy. He had no idea what was coming, and that broke my heart even more. When we got there, he ran into the fields like he had lived there his whole life. He chased butterflies. He rolled in the mud. He looked back at me once, just once, and his tail was wagging. He was smiling, and I smiled back. But inside, I was screaming. I left without saying goodbye. I just handed the leash to Sarah, got in my car, and drove away. I didn't look in the rearview mirror. I couldn't. The drive home was silent. No barking, no panting, no little nose nudging my arm. My apartment felt like a tomb. I sat on the floor where Max used to sleep, and I cried. I cried so hard my chest hurt. For 3 days, I didn't eat properly. I didn't sleep. I just kept staring at his empty bed. I checked my phone constantly for updates from Sarah. She sent pictures. Max looked happy. He was playing with her border collie. He was eating well. He was fine. He was better off. That's what I kept telling myself, over and over again, until I believed it. Or at least, I tried to believe it. But then, on the 4th day, something happened. Something I never expected. I was at work, staring at my computer screen, when my phone buzzed. It was Sarah. My heart stopped. I answered with a shaky voice. She wasn't calling to tell me Max was okay. She was calling to tell me he was missing. Pardieu. He had run away from the farm. Sarah said he just vanished. One moment he was there. The next he was gone. They searched the fields, the woods, the neighbor's property. Nothing. No sign of him. She was crying on the phone, and my blood ran cold. I left work immediately. I didn't even tell my boss. I just got in my car and drove. The 3-hour drive felt like 3 days. My mind was racing. Was he scared? Was he hurt? Had he been hit by a car? I imagined him alone in the dark, whining for me, the person who abandoned him. And that's when the regret became a physical pain. I got to the farm and joined the search. We called his name until our throats were raw. We walked for miles. Hours passed, the sun went down, and hope started to fade. Sarah told me to go home. She said they would keep looking in the morning, but I refused. I couldn't leave. Not again. I was the reason he was gone. I had to be the one to find him. I walked deeper into the woods with a flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness. I kept calling his name. Max. Max. My voice cracked. I was exhausted. I was terrified. And then I heard it. A faint whimper, so soft I almost missed it. I stopped breathing. I listened. There it was again. I followed the sound. It was coming from a ditch near an old fence. I ran towards it, tripping over branches, and I looked down. And there he was, Max, caked in mud, shivering. His paw was caught in a piece of old wire. He was stuck. He was scared. And the moment he saw me, something changed. His tail started wagging, slowly at first, and then faster. Even though he was trapped, even though he was hurt, he was happy to see me. He wasn't angry. He wasn't resentful. He was just relieved. He looked at me like I was his hero, like I had never left him, like I had never given him away. And in that moment, I understood something profound. A dog's love is not conditional. It doesn't hold grudges. It doesn't calculate. It just gives and gives and gives. Max didn't run away because he was angry at me. He ran away because he was looking for me. He had walked miles, trying to find his way back to the city, back to the apartment, back to the tired owner who didn't deserve him. I carefully freed his paw. He licked my face. He licked my hands. His tail never stopped wagging. I carried him back to the car. He was light, too light, but he was alive. He was safe, and I was never going to let him go again. That night, I slept on the floor with him. His head rested on my chest. And I made a promise. A real promise. Not the kind you make to look good, the kind you make in your soul. I promised that he would never see the back of me again. I changed everything. I changed my job. I changed my schedule. I learned that we don't need perfect lives to be good pet owners. We just need to show up every single day, even when we are tired, even when we are busy. Max is 6 years old now. He still has the same floppy ears. He still has those huge paws. He sleeps at the foot of my bed every night, and every morning he wakes me up with a cold, wet nose and a tail that could knock over a lamp. He doesn't know I gave him away. Or maybe he does, but he doesn't care. I thought I was giving him a better life by letting him go. But I was wrong. The better life wasn't on a farm with other dogs. The better life was with me. Because love is not about having the most time or the most space. Love is about being there and never giving up. If you have a pet at home, go give them a hug right now. They are not just animals. They are little angels with paws. They forgive us for our worst mistakes. They love us, even when we are unlovable. That's the secret. That's the truth. Before I go, I want to ask you something. Have you ever made a mistake with your pet? Have you ever felt like you weren't good enough? If you have, type Max in the comments below. Let me know I'm not alone. And if this story touched your heart, hit that like button. It really helps this channel grow. More importantly, subscribe and turn on the notification bell because I have so many more stories to share. Stories about the furry little heroes that save us every single day. Max is sleeping beside me right now, and I am the luckiest man on earth. Thank you for listening to our story. And remember, never give up on the ones who never give up on you. I carried him back to the car. He was light, too light, but he was alive. He was safe, and I was never going to let him go again. That night, I slept on the floor with him. His head rested on my chest. I didn't move. I didn't sleep much. Listen to his breathing. Steady, peaceful, forgiving. And I made up, not the kind you make to look good, the kind you make in your soul. I promised that he would never see the back of me again. I promised that no matter how tired I was, no matter how busy life got, he would always come first. The next morning, I called my boss. I told him I needed to work from home for a while. He wasn't happy, but I didn't care. For the first time in years, I put myself second, and I put Max first. We started walking every morning at 6, rain or shine. We started playing fetch in the park. I bought him better food. I took him to the vet. I did everything I should have done from day one. And something strange happened. The more time I gave Max, the more energy I had. The more peace I felt. I stopped worrying about work. I stopped stressing about money. I just lived. One day at a time, one walk at a time, one tail wag at a time. Max didn't just forgive me. He saved me. He saved me from myself, from my burnout, from my loneliness, from my own stupid pride. I thought I was giving him a better life by letting him go, but I was completely wrong. The better life wasn't on a farm with other dogs. The better life wasn't with someone who had more time. The better life was right here, with me. Because love is not about having the most hours in a day. Love is about showing up, even when it's hard, even when you're broken, even when you feel like you have nothing left to give. Max is 6 years old now. He still has the same floppy ears. He still has those huge, clumsy paws. He sleeps at the foot of my bed every single night. And every morning he wakes me up with a cold, wet nose and a tail that could knock over a lamp. He doesn't know I gave him away. Or maybe he does. Dogs remember everything, but they don't hold grudges. They don't keep score. They just love. That's their superpower. That's their gift to us. I learned something that day in those dark woods. I learned that we don't deserve dogs, but they give us their whole hearts anyway. They teach us how to be better humans. They teach us loyalty, patience, forgiveness, and they teach us that it's never too late to change. It's never too late to choose love over fear. It's never too late to go back and fix what we broke. So here's my question for you. Have you ever made a mistake with your pet? Have you ever felt like you weren't good enough? Have you ever thought about giving up because it got too hard? If you have, I want you to know something. You are not alone, and it is not too late. Go to your dog right now. Go to your cat. Hold them. Apologize. They will understand. They always do. If this story touched your heart, I need you to do something for me. Hit that like button. Not for me, for Max, for every dog out there waiting for their human to come home. And subscribe to this channel. Turn on that notification bell, because I have so many more stories to share. Stories about the four-legged heroes that save us every single day without asking for anything in return. Max is snoring beside me right now. His paw is resting on my arm, and I am crying as I say this. Not because I'm sad, but because I am grateful, so grateful that I got a second chance. Grateful that he ran away to find me. Grateful that he never gave up, even when I gave up on him. Never give up on the ones who never give up on you. They are waiting. They are always waiting, and they love you more than you will ever know. Thank you for listening to our story. Now go hug your pet right now. Pause this video and go hug them. I'll wait. See you in the next one. This is Mike and Max, signing off. Woof.